All right, this is my CNC machine, and I've had this going on about 3 months, and I probably made close to 60 or 70 projects with this thing. Today, I just got through making 3 of these, and they're basically 7.5 by 22 inches, and it's just a real lightweight box that I'm needing as a spacer in the front of my RV bed, and I'll paint them, and then the pillow top will go over the top of them, but those 3 go in there. Been enjoying it. Yeah, 1/4 inch box joints. You know, they took me a little while to get them in there, but the 1/4 inch and this light duty Luan plywood, or it's a little oak hardwood. They call it underlayment, but some of it is. Anyway, it went together all right, and we got those milled out and put in there. But anyway, a little bit about the closure. I've been organizing a little bit. Starting off here, as I changed my way that I do my raising and my lower, I can just lift that up there, and the bar comes over there on the side there, and it hangs up on that thing right there. And of course, all my cords are in the way for the right now. But anyway, and then to get it back up, you just basically bring it up and stick it up in there like that, and it holds it. And then I have another one of these on the other back corner over there that does the same thing. So that way I can reach it anywhere I want to. And then this is, like I said, this is blue foam, and it'll just lift off of there in just not very long. I mean, I can take it off in less 20 seconds or so and access the whole machine for greasing and lubrication and the maintenance and cleaning. But basically, this pretty much allows me to do everything. Sometimes I do need to get in the backside and run a screw from it and get it done. Works pretty good. Overall, I'm really satisfied with the way this thing is performing. I did add, after I figured out that I'm going to like doing this, and I did add some drill holders and organize things a little bit more. Put my screwdriver in there, got my 2 wrenches there where I wasn't knocking them out over the way, knocking them off the table every day. I did lose one of my thumb drives. I think I vacuumed it up and it went down into the pit, so into the dust collection. So this area here stays relatively clean, but before I was doing this way with the box, this would all fill up with dust, and it was just a mess. And so now all the dust is contained inside the box and most of the noise, and it does a pretty good job. I've really enjoyed working with this thing. And I've got quite a few little projects going on. Been learning to make little cams for hold downs, and went on the internet and found some just different plans. Took some parts from some and others from others, and making them work. Been cutting out some lantern kits for cedar, maple hardwoods. You can get one of these kits that's very similar to this out of pine. These kits have, of course, some engraving on them. I'll probably personalize them. I'm part of a Royal Ranger group, so we do a lot of frontiersman stuff. And I'm just really enjoying it. These are some boxes to put the lanterns in and protect the glass. I'm not putting much time into cleaning those up, and I left them where they had a little more play in them than the other ones, so they go together quite easy. But really enjoying it. Little shop update. Of course, there's some of the boxes that I put underneath my Dewalt tables. This is a jig that I milled out on the CNC, and dust collection here for the hose. And then this is a jig that I had made on the CNC with the different things. Anyway, that's for the spindles. So been pretty busy. Starting to get winter time. Picked up a couple of portable heaters for the job for the winter. And here's some more CNC stuff. I've got some of these things. I've got to make some more of them up, and so I've got 4 or 5 projects that I'm kind of in the middle of. There's the back of the CNC closet. I probably will end up putting a fixture in here to make that a little more rugged. I have one of these I can put in there, but that's just more weight. I'll probably wait till it gets worn out. I've probably lifted this thing hundreds of times. Of course, it's really light, so But that box, that hole around that pipe will eventually wear out, and it will slide out of the way. You know, it's held up in there right now just by the sheer weight of that, and it works pretty good. Of course, I use this on all my other machines, and so it works out pretty good there. But I just replaced this board. On the bottom side of this is where I've been cutting out some CNC stuff. As you can see, CNC stuff from the last week and a half. There's a bunch of it in there. And I've cut it all out, and I cut into my sacrificial table. This is just a piece of that 1/4-inch plywood you get from Lowe's. It's about $14, $15 a sheet. And what I do is I just pin it in there with little brad nails. The little brad gun is right here. It's a little Craftsman or a Stanley. Shoots 1/2-inch little pin nails into that, and doesn't seem to bother my eighth inch mill. I was worried about it, but now a screw will take that out. But I have broken one bit in this whole time. That's when I hit a screw right over here that I had missed. And anyway, the spool board is working really well. Like I said, it was all cut up. I just flipped it over, and you know, you can pry it up and put another one in there. But I mean, after I don't know how many pieces. I mean, there's several hundred cuts have been made into this on the back side. And I just turned it quarter around, and that side out there is about worn out. I mean, it has a few touch points on it, but I rarely get back in that back corner. Most of my work's done right up here on this side. So, so I use these as to pull the nails out, and especially when I'm making little boxes. And this thing here, man, you can just, tap, 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 and it holds it. When you're done, you just pull the thing out, screw it up in there, pop it up, and you're done. There's no tape, or there's nothing, no clamps or anything. It just basically, holds it in place. And I shoot the boxes with a little nail right here. These are just utility, so it goes in fat. There's like the 4 nails that I held it in place with, these 4 here, and but it does fine. So I'm enjoying that. And of course, there's a little bitty thin box that I used on the box joint. I didn't do a whole lot on finishing those up, but that's just 1/4-inch made out of plywood. So these things here, whenever you make these, be sure and file the inside of these dull, because they will cut you, and they'll get sharp. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and the closure on here is really good. I probably will take this thing off right here and get rid of the brush. I don't know. I may just hang on to it for the sake of it, but I haven't used it in like 2.5 weeks. I was doing some stuff outside here, and I thought, you know what? This thing's too noisy and too nasty out here. Covers the shop all up with dust, and with the box on there, the noise is down, and I can live with 25 by 25. I can probably go, a piece that's closer to 35 inches long, and it ain't gonna cut all that, but I could finagle just a little bit. But yeah, and so far everything's working pretty good. Added that little lamp from Lowe's of like $18, little LED light, and it just follows it around, puts the light right there where it's cutting. That's all I care about. If I was doing any more video, and I could probably put a big LED right here, a little red LED that lights it all up in there. So when I'm working on a small project, it works fine and goes good. I've lubed the thing twice. It says after every 30 hours. I'll probably have to lube it again in another day or so, and shoot some lube in it and give it a good cleaning and blowout. But it's nice to have this thing right here keeping the noise and the dust down. You can't even really hear it or tell about it. But anyway, there's this the other pivot, and of course it's just hanging off of a screw. But piece of oak, can't hardly beat oak. And there you go, made in the US of A, and I voted today.